to do when I play is to feel that I'm bouncing from one octave to the next. I'll show you what that looks like. This is how I would suggest practicing such an octave. From the key surface, lift a little bit, and then bounce. Now notice that that bounce takes me to the next octave. So my hand is firm, my wrist is firm, but not stiff, and my arm bounces me from position to position. So let me talk a little bit about the fingering options that we have. Traditionally, the fourth finger has been used on black keys and the fifth finger on white keys. I'll give you a little example of that. Now this enables me to play a legato. The danger, if your hand is too small, or if using the fourth finger brings the hand into this position, this is a big no-no in all piano playing. We do not want pigeon-toed, or should I say pigeon-fingered positions. So if using the fourth finger does not move my hand out of position, out of a natural position, then it's fine to use the fourth. If there's any question or if there's any tightness, use all fifth fingers. It's absolutely fine to use all fifth fingers.
Octaves. So I just started slowly on all of these things. I'm just going to do the elbow bounce. And I actually practiced really long sections with this. I actually started to get a little bit tired by the end of like 4 pages of this. And I'm just focusing on being loose. Okay, and then I did just wrist bounce. I'm just going slow. I'm just warming up. I'm trying to stay loose. Notice I'm not moving my arm anymore. It's just the wrist. For just the finger bounce that Gene was talking about, what is a finger bounce? Are you grabbing the keys? I just took that to kind of mean, you know, just staying super close to the keys. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna act like I'm almost glued to the keyboard. So. See, and I'm going in.
Once the chord is down, we have to bring the chord back up again in order to replay it. If we bring the keys of the chord all the way to the top, the hammers return all the way back to their usual resting place. The technique to playing repeated chords smoothly and non-percussively, and the percussive sound is, of course, an important colour we need in piano music too, but the type of repeated chord to accompany a melody is a technique split into two parts. Part 1 is the downward stage, which is all about lightness in the hands and wrist and the downward speed you press the keys. Part 2 is finding the exact place between the key bed and the total key release, where you move the played hammers just away from the strings enough to replay the chord, but not allow the hammers to return all the way back to their normal resting place. Playing chords in this way means the hammers don't have so far to travel towards the strings on repetition, because they are closer to them than they usually would be, which means the striking speed is decreased, which means the sound is much softer.
Here's the miming exercise applied to the Schubert Impromptu, where instead of playing my accompaniment quavers, I'm going to mime them, which means touch the surface of the keys without allowing them to sound. Let me just demonstrate a little bit of that. A wonderful way to practice it. Now let me apply that also to the nocturne, the Chopin Nocturne that I just played, where I'm going to play clearly the right hand melody line, and I've decided I'm going to play the bass line, although we could also mime that, but let me just play the bass line, and I'm going to mime the chords, the harmonies. I think I could give you a written money-back guarantee that if you practice like that, your control of the texture of the melody and the accompaniment would be enhanced incredibly. You'd really notice the difference.